You know, there's just nothing like waking up early in the morning. First thing you do is you hop on Facebook and then you just kind of ruin the rest of your day. But it's not necessarily ruined because of what your friends and family are sharing. Mostly it is, but there's another problem that's on the internet. And it's not just the internet, it's on TV, and it's not just Facebook, it's pretty much everywhere. And what I'm more specifically talking about is the media. Yeah. Today we're going to dive straight into it by looking at one of my local news outlets and talking about why I think the news media is such a despicable place, and I don't understand why journalism is still the way that it is and why we accept it. Let's take a look, shall we? So I'm just going to go ahead and refresh this page here really quickly, so that way if there's anything new on here or any changes, we'll have those. So let's go ahead and do this quick little refresher. I don't know why my internet's going so slow here, but here we go. And I have posts selected so that way, we're just seeing the posts. But here we're seeing family shares video of teens honor walk before organ donation. That's not too bad of an article. It's not the most uplifting story in the world, but the fact that they did get an organ donated to them, that's props. So, good for journalism putting something out there showing that there is some good stuff in the world, because lo and behold, here we go. So here's the death of an actress. Here's the death of an actress. Ex-pastor who blank adopted daughter receives only 12 years. So here's a very negative article talking about a not so good subject. And then we go on down, and here's about dogs detected decomposition in missing girl case. So another kind of negative story. I mean, actually, that is a negative story. Bad stuff here. Felicity Huffman to plead guilty in college admission scam. Again, something else negative. And then here we go with details in Mendota, blank investigation to come Monday, sheriff says. So there's something else a little negative going on in the search there. People searching for missing teen. And here is a hiker identified in blank one man and blank a woman on the Appalachian Trail. Now let's keep on scrolling down. Now here actually is a pretty decent article here, something good that happened to someone after becoming homeless. So I mean, props to having a little bit of something good there. Talking about people resigning, so we're getting into more politics. And, as we keep scrolling down this list, you're seeing a common trend, and I'm sure you could do the same thing with your own local news reporting agency. It's just that, where's all the good stuff? I mean, is there not good things that happen in the world? Because I see good things happen on a daily basis. I mean, why don't we report on more people? I'm not saying me in particular, but people like myself that, have built up a YouTube channel that has a bigger following than 3 towns that are connected in, a local region to me. And that's it. Why are we not concentrating more on the good things that's happening in our communities and showcasing that there are great things going on in the world? But instead, it's like journalism and the media has not found a way out of negative reporting to make a positive impact. Now, there is a couple little segments they do, which does report on local towns and communities and stuff, but that's just not enough. That needs to be the main focus, not all this negative garbage that just makes everybody feel sad and miserable from the time they wake up until the time they go to bed and think that the world is this awful place. I say it all the time, especially when I'm talking about older generations, that the world would be a better place if it wasn't for the news media. And yeah, I honestly think it would, because so much stuff gets twisted and spun, and we're only told parts of stories. And I don't care how unbiased, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the slogans by this news media outlet here, is how getting the facts right is what they like to say. But there's always going to be a little bit of bias in anything that we talk about. I mean, that's just human nature. You could be as neutral on a topic or subject as you want to be or claim to be, but there's still going to always be a little bit of bias in there, whether we know it or not, whether we're intentionally putting it in there or not. So I don't understand why we can't just have more exciting, happy things. I don't understand why everything has to be social and political. Those two terms are so disgusting to me, and I don't feel like that we have to be in this social political society. Like take getting jobs, for example. Not always is the best candidate chosen for a job. It's because the who knows who and who's got the right friend or the connection to get said job. And I think that's a terrible way to go about things. I think you should always hire the better candidate over your friend or your acquaintance, just because it usually doesn't work out that way. Back when I worked at the pizza place that we talked about reviews on a few weeks ago, or a week ago, whatever, that's something that used to happen to us a lot. Our supervisor would hire people based on favors or acquaintances or other professional, connections that he had, and then we would end up hiring these people in, which were terrible workers. Now, mind you, it was a pizza place, a minimum wage job, not the most ideal situation. I mean, we're not looking for like master degree college graduates or experts in the field of pizza. We're just looking for kids out of high school or the people that are on drugs. But there were actually good people that worked in this particular field that we could have had, but we didn't have room for them because we hired these favorables. And it's just crazy, man, how society actually works these days. But can we all just stop? There are things we could do. That's the thing that people don't understand, that there are things that can be done. We can make changes, but we have to do it. You have to believe you can, for one, but then we have to act on it for number two. If enough people brought the ratings down of some of these places, it's going to make a change. I don't know about you, but waking up to this every day is not the best thing. And that's where you got to make some changes, and self-responsibility comes into play. But leave your comments in the comment section below about some crazy stuff that you see from your news media. And what are your thoughts on news media, journalism, and just general reporting that goes on nowadays? Do you think that we even need it anymore? Or do you think that maybe there should be some type of shift in reporting or journalism? Or maybe there should just be a new kind of mainstream agency come out where they don't report on the politics and the wars and put all the attention on these negative areas, but instead try to showcase that the world actually is not that bad of a place. Either way, leave your creative comments in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them. But I hope you guys have a great day today, and as always, be sure to create something new today.